Hello everybody and welcome to Simon's Random Tips. In this video we'll be talking about how to install Plex Media Server on your FreeNAS box. Rather than using the plugins facility to install Plex, we will be utilizing jails. This gives you a much more control on how to install programs on FreeNAS and also give you an insight of how everything all connects together with your media library, etc. So sit back, relax, and I'll show you how this is done. So this follows my other video first about how to make shares so you can dump in all your media files. The next one is we can set up the NAS media server. So what we need to do is, rather than plugins, we go into jails and we create a brand new jail. Give it a jail name. Give it the latest release. Next. Make it DHCP managed for ease of configuration. You can set up your own IPs if you want to reserve them. Say submit. My jail is created. The next step to do is fire up the machine. Machine is up. On the right hand side, I've set up a PuTTY connection directly to my box, logged in as root. If you can't log in as root via your machine, because it might be disabled, you just go into services, ensure that SSH is enabled. For ease of simplicity for this one, I've allowed to log in as root. Preferably, it's best to keep that disabled. But for ease of simplicity, we'll just do that. Okay, go back to jails. Jail is up, machine is logged in. Okay, so the first thing we do is add a spot we want to add it. Generally in Linux, you add it into the mount directory. So if I did an LL in directory, well, LL in the / directory, you see my MNT directory. So I've changed directory to MNT, do an LL. You see in here that I've got shared data, NAS pool, etc. But this is at the moment still in the FreeNAS box. What we want to do is connect inside our jail. So to do that, to see what jails are installed in FreeNAS, you write JLS, and you can see we have one with the hostname Plex that we just configured, and it's jail ID, JID 15. So to connect into it, we just do JEXEC, number 15, and voila, we're now inside our jail. So if we do hostname, you'll see it's Plex. Okay, so now if we did the CD into the mount directory, you will see we don't have that shared directory, etc. So what I generally do is we will make a directory in here, make dir, so we're changed into the mount directory, make dir, and call it movies. And then you do LL, and you see we have a movie directory already. Okay, so the next step is to shut down the jail. So we'll exit out of the jail here, back into our main machine. Click your machine, say stop. This will shut down the jail. Status is now down. So now we scroll across to the right, and we go to mount points. And now we say we want to add a mount point. Okay, the source, we go to where I've got all my movies. Okay, so say that's the source, movies, destination, in the jail, so we go to mount, movies, and that's the folder we just created that's empty. So this is of course the FreeNAS machine, the source, and the destination is inside that jail. You can see jails, Plex, etc., movies. Okay, so we say save, done, created. So now let's go back to our jails and ticket and start it back up. Okay, so do JLS again. See it's jail number 16, so JEXEC 16, and we'll do an LL in the MNT directory. And you can see we've got our movies. If we do / movies in there, you can see there's all my movies. It's all mounted in there as a mount. Okay, so the next step to do is we run pkg update what this will do is just receive the newest free BSD packages from the internet. You say yes. Okay, we're done. So this basically retrieves the latest repository. Think of it like an app store, just refreshing what apps are available for it to download and updates. Okay, so the next thing to do is we want to install Plex Media Server. So you do pkg install Plex Media Server. Okay, checks the catalog and says it wants to download it, 212 megs. Say yes. Okay, we are done. So you see at the end we get some useful information. It tells us where the RC scripts are stored. It says here how to make sure Plex starts on boot. You just put this in here. So just right click, hit enter, done. Okay, start the service. Which is that one? Okay, so it's all started. Now you can see here it tells you it's localhost port 32400/web, and we know that our IP address is 192.168.1.113. Okay, so let's go there. And here we are. Here is our shiny Plex server. Okay, give it a name. We'll just call it Plex. Okay, organize media. So let's add a library. We want to add some films. Next, browse for our media, and we know that it's in /MNT movies. Hit OK, and add to library. Hit next. Done to finish. Okay, let's go to our films, just choose a random movie. And that's it. Okay, the last thing to talk about is how to do upgrades. So on your FreeNAS box, you log into your jail like we are now. You can run this command. This will basically tell it to go through all packages and update and say yes to do any upgrades. So if I write that, and it says everything is up to date, and it checked and everything is all good. Now generally any updates that are done, you may need to restart Plex after the update. And to do that, you just type in service Plex Media Server restart and hit enter. And it's done. Thank you again for watching Simon's Random Tips. It's important to note that you click on the link below in the description and I'll link you to my website that will show you all the commands that I used in here and simple laid out instructions that you can refer to. The best thing about doing it this way rather than using the plugin section is that you can also use it to install other applications inside the one jail machine that you created rather than only having one jail per app, which can be useful as some applications talk to each other inside it. Okay, I hope this has been helpful and I shall see you again in my next video. Subscribe if you like the video and thank you very much everyone. Goodbye.